What's up, guys? How's it going? Chewing some gum. You guys ready for episode 5? 'Cause I fucking killed it! Don't call it a comeback. Dorf, call it a comeback. Don't call it a dorf back. Ugh, that's an awful pun. Ganondorf in the house! In the house! Hailing from West Side Harlem. Hyrule. West Side Hyrule. West Side Hyrule. West Side. Wester than West. Wester than Kanye's son. I don't know Kanye's son's middle name, but it should be by North. North by Northwest. It's genius. Ganondorf. A Gerudo. Raised by the desert, bitches. Raised in the western deserts of Hyrule. Literally raised by the desert, bitches. Like, not raised by the desert, comma, bitches. Raised by the desert, bitches. The Gerudo don't have other men in their tribe. It's just Ganondorf. He's the badassest of all the badasses. And he's just like, born a king. Born a king into a tribe of only women who are all ultra tan and ultra buff, ultra redheads. It's like West Hollywood meets West Ireland. But seriously, raised by all women? Wouldn't that be a life? Ganondorf is the ultimate mama's boy. The patron saint of mama's boys. Since there are no other male Gerudo, it should go without saying how they reproduce, but we should talk about it anyway. I mean, what do they do while he's like between the ages of 0 and 12? Did you ever think about that? Here's my assumption. Between those ages, when he's just a little tyke, a little Gerudo tyke, I would assume the population just starts to dwindle a little bit. Now, granted, Gerudo probably live a long life. I'm going to say, just kind of assume, they go by like the elf kind of standard, like hundreds of years, as opposed to 100 years. They live to be maybe 1,000. So it's like 12 years of, celibacy. 12 years of celibacy isn't that crazy. I mean, at that point though, you're gonna be pretty ravenous. The bottom line being though, Ganondorf must have a really weird relationship with literally his entire species, but specifically with his mother and his mother's friends. I mean, they're probably throwing like dinner parties and stuff, and they're like, "How old's your son now, Mrs. Dorf? Mrs. Ganondorf? He's looking strong and healthy. He looks like a viable mate." Meanwhile, Ganondorf's like 12 and he's like, And what's he gonna do? Ask his mom for advice? "Hey mom, how do I handle this onslaught of female attention?" No wonder he's so entitled. Motherfucker gets whatever he wants since the day he was born. No wonder he wants that power triforce too. And he's a ginger. Gotta be careful giving a ginger that much ego. Obviously I'm joking. I don't want to turn this into a ginger bashing podcast. Gingers get enough ridicule without me adding to the pile, to the noise. Gingers must be the ethnicity that receives the most amount of ridicule for the least amount of legitimate oppression. Right? I mean, I don't mean to delegitimize ginger oppression, but like, they've never been slaves, for one thing. That I know of. I mean, somebody out there might enslave gingers. That's That's hard to say, really. Humans have been around a long time, doing some shady shit. And let us not forget the great ginger genocide of 1432. Oh god, I really hope there wasn't actually a ginger genocide, because I definitely got the date wrong, if there was. Okay, moving on from the ginger thing. I remember from a Tim Minchin joke, only gingers can call gingers gingers. But hell, you don't know that I'm not a ginger. Prove it! Besides, this motherfucker's got a chinstrap ginger beard. He's owning it. Anyway, I don't know if you're actually watching me draw this thing, but it's going really well. I sort of nailed it, and obviously it was a little simpler in a few aspects compared to the last one. The one that shall not be named, Link, garbage, hot garbage. But the truth is, Ganondorf, well, this depiction of Ganondorf, doesn't really have human features. He's kind of an odd looking dude. He looks like an alien. So, it was a lot easier to not fuck it up. I like this design of Ganondorf. I think it's cool to see him more like a warlock type sorcerer, because that's what Ganondorf is. He's a great Gerudo warrior and king, but he's also been resurrected by black magic, consumed by his undying quest for power and vengeance. And he's a little chubby in this depiction. What's wrong with that? He kind of let himself go. Now, obviously, I'm joking. He looks very healthy. He's got the right size and shape for a man of his age and stature. And I mean, these robes are obviously very flowy, and they're not doing him much justice here. So the shapes were a little simpler this time around, with a couple of exceptions, but in general, he's kind of got cleaner lines, a lot less things intersecting with each other, fewer adjacent elements than the previous drawing. I did not really enjoy drawing this sash that he's wearing. I mean, it's fine, it's just sort of weird, and there's no real point to it. Like, what do these designs even mean? Is it like sort of like a yin-yang type vibe? He doesn't seem like a very balanced individual. He actually seems kind of nutty. Did you see that weird smile he's got? And that chin strap beard, dude. You know, if it wasn't for the green skin and the firebeard, he'd kind of remind me of my dad's friend Greg. Is anyone else seeing that? The dragon kimono, though, sells it for me. Like, I would wear this outfit, for sure. And this was a lot of fun, this part, gotta say. But yeah, this came out pretty well, and the piece that brings it all together here, about to start in on it, his bunny skeleton, bunny skull amulet. I mean, who wouldn't wear that shit? Brings his whole outfit together. Am I right? Overall, though, I'd say I've made some minor improvements, and that's what this is about. It's about baby steps. Trying to understand this program, trying to understand visual art in general, and I just want to reiterate, I don't draw or paint in a traditional manner either. This is new for me, and I chose digital. That's what I did. If you like these videos, push the like button. That's what it's there for. And if you want to see me fuck up more, or if you want to watch me slowly, painstakingly get better over time, just go ahead and smash on that subscribe button there. That there subscribe button. And here's a comparison. Best one yet, guys. Stay tuned.